Xbox is launching something that no one saw coming. The Helix is reportedly launching in 2027, and if these leaks are true, Steam should be very afraid.
Working very hard to rethink everything that we can about Helix, which is a console we are committed to shipping.
We finally have a timeline for the next generation of Xbox. Documents just leaked for Project Positron, Microsoft's plan to turn your physical discs into digital games, and it confirms exactly when the next gen Xbox is hitting the shelves. Now Tom Warren just dropped a report on this, and the timing is the real bombshell here. He's saying the full rollout of this feature is expected between 2027 and 2028 across these next generation devices. This means Microsoft is locked in for a holiday 2027 release date for Project Helix. But it's not just about the new date, but also why the Helix is a massive threat to platforms like Steam. Now, the RAM crisis is expected to continue at least until next year, maybe even until 2030. And Asha Sharma has hinted that she's not in the market for a $1,000 console.
I think we've reached a point where it will be hard to imagine that mass audiences can afford thousands of dollars to spend on a console generation.
So how do they bring the price down? Focus on this line right here. The gradual rollout between 2027 and 2028 across next generation devices. Not device, but devices. That sounds to me like there will be multiple SKUs of Project Helix with different memory options, maybe even bring your own memory SKU to bring the price down. And then you have the OEMs as well. They already have a great partnership with someone like ASUS. OEMs such as ASUS are hardware manufacturers only. They purchase RAMs and SSDs in bulk, allowing them to bring the price of hardware down. In fact, the Xbox Lix and Xbox Lis are still at their launch prices. They haven't gone up at all. So that's one way they can offer lower price variants while Microsoft focuses on making the reference console. Now, from what we know, Helix is supposed to be a beast of a console, something that is comparable to an RTX 5080. The chip has almost been finalized, so I don't expect many changes there. However, Matthew Ball did say some changes are coming as they navigate this crisis, and I'm really interested to see how they bring the cost down. And that's why I just don't see Steam being on Helix anymore, because that would make the console much more expensive. Microsoft wouldn't be able to subsidize the console the way they can in a closed ecosystem. However, I could definitely see someone like Epic coming on board with some sort of revenue sharing agreement while still bringing a lot of PC games to the platform. But what about the launch games? I've already done a video covering this topic in much greater detail, so go check that out. But long story short, I expect Wolfenstein 3 to be the surprise exclusive launching alongside Xbox Helix, creating a massive transmedia synergy with the Wolfenstein TV series that's also expected to release around the end of 2027, driving huge demand for the game. So basically, next Xbox is set to be a turning point for Microsoft, where their entire gaming ecosystem across PCs, consoles, Game Pass, and all other devices finally comes together. And I think the competition for next generation doesn't stop at PlayStation. I think they have their eyes set on Steam as well. But if they're still releasing their games on Steam for now, just as Jess Gordon reported, how do they go after Steam at the same time? I think I have the answer for you. Jess says a big revamp of the Xbox PC app is coming this winter. Plus, they're looking up to open up Battle.net to third-party publishers, and trust me, that is a huge deal. I'll explain why. Battle.net itself has some of the biggest exclusives on PC, including World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, and StarCraft. By opening Battle.net to third-party publishers, Microsoft would be giving indie and AAA developers an instant access to millions of hardcore PC gamers who open Battle.net every single day just to play these games. That immediately gives Xbox the leverage to build a true Steam competitor. And when you combine Battle.net's loyal player base with the value of Game Pass, the unified Xbox PC app, and Xbox Play Anywhere, Microsoft isn't just building another storefront, they're building a gaming ecosystem that third-party publishers simply can't ignore. And that's not even including Minecraft. We already know Asha Sharma has taken Mojang directly under her. They clearly have big plans for it, turning Minecraft into Microsoft's very own Roblox that could completely disrupt the future gaming space. But I would like to know from you, how do you feel about Xbox Helix launching in 2027? Do you think Xbox can actually rival someone like Steam? Should they pull their games off there immediately or continue with the current strategy? Personally, I believe that if all of this works out, Microsoft will eventually pull its games off Steam and make them exclusives to their own ecosystem. But that's just my prediction. I'd love to know your perspective. Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.